Hi, my name is Rachel Eliza Griffiths, and I'm delighted to speak with you about my debut novel, Promise. I want to tell you about some amazing Black women writers who have shaped my imagination and my practice as an author and a thinker and a citizen of the world. So there are three Black women writers that I would like to tell you about, which I'm sure you're already aware of. But there is a trinity, a kind of trifecta of Black women that I revisit and return to their work frequently. And these three Black women writers are Zora Neale Hurston, Toni Morrison, and the great poet Lucille Clifton. I'll start with Zora Neale Hurston and Their Eyes Were Watching God. I loved Hurston's spirit. She was bold. She traveled around America and elsewhere on these kind of adventures. She wore her hats very fiercely and properly, and she had a lot of style. I really appreciated her self-awareness, and that she had this gorgeous love of Black culture and the Black imagination. Their Eyes Were Watching God is a book I read almost every year, and her voice and style and knowledge of her characters, her sense of the folk and the sense of the sublime, it just always transports me. And I think I would have liked to have walked around or had a dinner party with her there, because I think we'd be up until the sun came up, laughing and taking off our shoes and dancing. So I'm very, very grateful for the kind of intelligence and soulfulness that Zora Neale Hurston continues to share with us. I next must speak about Toni Morrison, who's likely my favorite Black woman writer. When I couldn't ask my mother questions, I went to my mother's bookshelves and read the works of Toni Morrison. Her two novels, Sula and Song of Solomon, changed my life, changed how I saw myself as a young Black girl, and that I could be a Black woman writer myself. There are incandescent ways to think about Morrison. When I was a younger writer, I was so fortunate to have multiple events where I would go and hear Toni Morrison read or be in conversation, and I would be mesmerized. And her presence on a stage or in a room, her laughter, her real dimensionality was so wonderful and feels so present in me. Even though she's no longer living with us, I know that she lives and walks in my spirit and in my craft as a writer. And I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you without the body of work that she has created for us in her imagination. The last writer I would like to speak to you about is the poet Lucille Clifton. I was very fortunate as a young writer to spend time at the feet, as they say, at the feet of Miss Lucille Clifton. I can hear her laughter clearly in my heart and in my mind. Miss Lucille, one of her things, many boundless things about her, was her spirituality, that she celebrated the earth, her spirit, the cosmos. She blurred our understandings of fact and fiction with what truth means and truth-telling. And she had this thing of saying something simple that would haunt you for weeks and months, because she had just told you this like amazing thing about life. And she loved herself. She loved her body. She loved her Black beauty. She saw it in other people and was kind enough to help those people see it in themselves. There is something about Lucille Clifton and Toni Morrison and Zora Neale Hurston that I feel when I'm shaky as a writer or author. I can just sit down quietly and spend time in their cosmos and their universe and feel that it is directly for me, and that I am very fortunate to continue to hold those three writers and so many others as part of my own inner life and inner sanctuary as an artist. Thank you so much for watching this. I really hope you enjoy reading Promise.